Welcome back to another video and another weigh-in update. If it's your first time here, my name is Beck. Thank you so much for joining me. So last week was my first proper weigh-in doing calorie counting. But I say my first proper weigh-in, it was a day early because we were going away. So this week is probably my first full actual week on calorie counting, even though obviously we went away. So I wasn't sure how that was going to work out. I'm still only 3 weeks into it now. Sorry. It's taken quite a while to get my head out of the slimming world mentality and into the calorie counting mentality. And I've got to be honest, I didn't at the beginning of not finishing slimming because I was still there until I told her yesterday that I wasn't going to renew. So I think it took me a little while just to get myself out of the routine of it. And I've said that I'm going to still try and incorporate different aspects of Slimming World into my calorie counting. But then I suppose it's just a healthy way of eating, which is what Slimming World tries to teach you anyway. I mean, I know without going down the whole unlimited rice, pasta, potato route, which I know a lot of people don't agree with, but for me, it never affected me, and I don't think I ever overindulged on the rice, the pasta, potatoes. My portions, after seeing what each thing, rice, pasta, potatoes, is calorie-wise, were probably a lot more than the recommended. Not that there is a recommended, because I suppose even calorie counting, you can have a big portion, you just need to count it as your calories. But compared to what I have now and what I'm willing to spend calorie-wise on it, I definitely was having a lot more than I am now. And that's fine. But yeah, so it took me a while, and I did this yesterday. Do you know what? I started talking about something and went completely off track, and I know I do it a lot. So try and keep up, and I'll try and keep on track. Yeah, so this week was my first full week, as in 7 days of it. Last week, I'd only weighed after 6 days of doing it because obviously going away. So I didn't really know what to expect because I was so new to it, and I was trying to do what worked for me. And I'd come across, obviously on the NutriCheck app, you've got the combined calories. You can keep them separate if you want to. You can use the exercise calories, but people don't seem to do that. But I just wanted to be in a place where I was comfortable and I didn't have to worry. So I did use my exercise calories last week. Wasn't sure how it was going to work out this week for me, because especially after I'd said that I was doing that, lots of people were kind of like, ooh, probably not the best idea. So I didn't really know how it was going to work out. So I've weighed this week, and I'm pleased to say I lost 2.5 pounds. Now, shocked is not the word. Let me just show you, because I keep forgetting to, I think I forgot to show my book last week. So I'm still using my Slimming World book because why not? It's a waste if I don't. Let me just focus that. There you go. So that is my last weigh day on a Friday, because next week, I'm focused again. Next week I am going to, because with Slimming World, without the groups being open, we were weighing on a Friday and then having our groups on a Saturday. So a Saturday was always my weigh day, and I'm going to take it back to that. So my weigh day is now going to be a Saturday, and that's what my easier day is set as on the NutriCheck app as well. So I'm going to keep it like that. It just seems more simple. So as of yesterday, that is a total loss since starting Slimming World. Now, I don't really know what to do with this, because obviously when I've started NutriCheck, I can't put what my weight was over a year ago when I started Slimming World. But at my heaviest, I was 21 stone 10. When I started Slimming World, I was 20 stone 7. So I don't know, what do other people do? I mean, that's what I was. And I feel like, I mean, obviously I've only got the awards from Slimming World, but that's not going to carry on now anyway. So I feel like for myself, I'm just going to go with what I was at my heaviest and what I am now. I haven't worked that out yet, by the way. This week has been a bit of a crazy week, as in people noticing that I've lost weight. Now, at nearly 5 stone now, I'm 2.5 pounds away from 5 stone, which seems absolutely crazy. That was obviously what I started at Slimming World, but it's more than that if I take it back, so that's going to be over 6 stone, isn't it? But 4 stone 11.5. Is that right? It is. It's 4 stone 11.5. So I got to the doctor with Jeff last week, and I had to pop across the road to post something. Bumped into my auntie, who stopped me and said, "Oh my God, where's the rest of you disappeared to?" Which obviously, you know what it's like when you've lost weight and people start to notice. It gives you a boost. It definitely does. But then 2 days later, I was in work and somebody said exactly the same thing. And they were like, "Beck, you're disappearing." And it does make you feel good, because for such a long time, because there was so much of me, it was difficult to tell. Now, obviously, because it's quite a significant loss, people are noticing, especially people that I haven't seen for a long time or that I don't see regularly. So that's really nice. And it like I say, it gives you the boost sometimes that you need. But I've got to be honest, since switching over now, and I did struggle in the beginning getting my head out of the Slimming World thing, like I said, but changing to calories now, for me, I'm going to see it as it's definitely going to be for the foreseeable. I don't know how long it's going to last, whether it's going to be something that I can carry on probably until I get to where I want to be weight-wise, I suppose, and then it's just going to be a maintenance thing. But we went to the house this morning and we were doing bits and bobs there. Jeff needed a part, so went to Screwfix or Tool Station, and there's a Greggs next to one. And it was so nice just being able to go in there and think, right, all I've got to do is look at the calories, and all the calories are on the end of, or underneath where each roll or sausage roll, whatever it was you wanted. So I opted for the Mexican chicken, and it was something like, it wasn't a massive difference actually between the oval rolls and the baguettes. I think there was near about 80 to 100 calories difference. And because I'm on an easier day, I was kind of, when Jeff had the chicken and bacon baguette and I had the Mexican chicken oval roll, I was kind of thinking, oh, I should have just gone for the baguette. But because I think I'm so used to now just choosing the lower, even though it was fairly high, but I've got an easier day, I just opted for the lowest in calories. Not in total, because there's probably a lot of things there that are less than that. But yeah, and I thought, oh, I should have had that. But it was so nice to be able to do that, and I haven't checked it because I think I've still got access to the Slimming World thing until they take me off it. But it might be worth me doing that, because just checking the sins against, well, I don't need to do that, do I? Because everybody knows what the sins are and they know what calories are, and I don't need to check it. Yeah, so that side of it I am definitely enjoying. I'm enjoying being out and about, and I said to somebody, I was messaging somebody yesterday, and I said to them, I just hope I don't get obsessive, because it's so easy to see how it can become an obsession. Now, I don't think I'll get to that stage. I hope. If people see me at that stage, please let me know. But I mean, I'm doing it daily. I'm weighing the food that I'm having, because in order to keep within my calories, that's got to be done. I'm doing my weighing updates weekly, so you'll get to see obviously those. But I don't think I'm obsessing over it at all. And I'm just focused at the moment, I think. So hopefully this is how it'll continue. And I honestly, after looking at some of my meals the other day, I don't think my meals have changed dramatically since Slimming World at all. And I'm still enjoying the same kinds of foods that I was eating. I'm making the same, like I made a chili the other day, exactly the same way as I would if I was doing Slimming World. I just put all the ingredients into the NutriCheck app, made it into a meal, and then split it into however many portions it went between. So that side of it, I mean, obviously some of the things would have been free on Slimming World, but then calorie wise, it's going, I think it works out something like 190 odd calories per portion. But it's just, and I still obviously think a lot about Slimming World, because it's been part of my life now for obviously the last 18 months at least, but before that it was 2 years, and it's gonna take me a while to get it completely out my head. So going forward for this week, I'm not really going to change anything. I've got my easier day today, and I think I'm going to do the feta pasta TikTok thing. And I'm really enjoying my meals, my food. It's, you know, and I really enjoyed my food on Slimming World as well. But for me, this is what I've chosen, and this is, it's just going to be, I think, that little bit easier, just because with things slowly changing and us being able to go out and about, it just makes things a bit easier with regards to not having to make things if I don't want to, picking things up that have got calories right on the front of everything. So we'll just see how it goes. And I didn't finish this when I was talking about my my message I sent to my Slimming World consultant yesterday. I didn't finish it. I went completely off track, as I do. But I sent her the message to say, you know, I can't thank you enough for all the support that you've given me. And she messaged back and said, you know, thank you for all of the inspiration you've given us while you've been here. And you know where we are if ever you want to come back. And it, you know, I've left on obviously very good terms, and feeling like if I ever did need to go back, then I definitely would, because it was a fantastic group. It was just, for me, I got to the point where I just fancied a change, and there was nothing more or nothing less to it. That was all. I just fancied a change, and I'm really glad that I did change over, because I'm seeing, you know, and eating just a bit more variety, and that's how I'm liking it at the moment. And I think sometimes, like they say, or like the saying goes, a change is as good as a rest, and there we are. So see how this week goes. I'll obviously be back later with my what I eat in a day, and I will see you for the rest of the week. If you're only here for my weighing update, I will see you next week. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic week, everybody, and a lovely bank holiday weekend. And I will see you later. But I am still going to be incorporating, as I've said, the Slimming World. Oh, I've said all this, haven't I? I don't need to say that. Yeah. I've got a really itchy nose. I will obviously be back here later with a weighing update. No, not with a weighing update. I'll always, and it honestly is taken, the joy of kids.